right, now that we've gotten some impressive numbers from a series of high-profile retailers, Wall Street's beginning to calm down at last about the state of the economy. So investors are circling back to the same secular growth themes that have been winning for most of the year. And the best of these is the rise of cloud-based software, which is tonight why I want to introduce you to a new name, at least for us. Haven't been on the show before. I'm talking about Paycom Software. Now, this company got its start as a tech-focused disruptor in the payroll space. You know, we love disruptors on the show, but now provides all sorts of human capital management. It's called HCM tools. Basically, they let companies replace a big chunk of the HR department with software. This has been a fantastic business, which is why the stock is up. Are you ready for this? Nearly 1,600% since it came public in 2014. And why Paycom could report yet another amazing quarter 3 weeks ago. I mean, just incredible. Could the stock have more room to run? Let's take a closer look with Chad Richison. He's the founder and CEO of Paycom Software. Learn more about his company and the prospects. Mr. Richison, welcome to Mad Money. Good to see you, Chad. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Your company has got by far, not just, but by far the best performance in a category that we've talked about a lot. How's that possible, and what differentiates you from the competition?
Yeah, well, first I want to say thanks for having me on the show. I'm a fan. I've watched it for a long time.
Thank you.
You know what, Paycom, we are transforming the HR and payroll industry through the digital transformation, as well as transforming the way both employers and employees use technology. And an example of that is, if you looked at the way employees use this type of technology even 4 or 5 years ago, oftentimes they had disparate systems, multiple passwords, emails, phone calls, and what have you. And today they're able to have a direct relationship with the database, the same way they do everywhere else in their life. They don't call their airline and book a flight. They don't email their bank to void a check. No one emails Netflix to make movie selections. And in fact, if they did, we'd probably still be emailing Netflix the movie selection. And so at Paycom, what we do is we allow employees to have a direct relationship with the database. And since it's one database, not multiple, it makes it an easier experience for both them. And it allows HR to remove themselves out of the data transfer process and into more strategic roles in the organization.
So HR person would then maybe be more involved with the, let's say, how an organization is run as opposed to just on board?
Yeah, well, exactly that, and even performance, you know, through learning management initiatives, and especially as you tie that to our performance system within Paycom, you're actually able to align both goals for the company as well as employees and track performance. And so, you know, and then as we do more for the employee, we're able to identify even more items that make it easier for both the employee as well as the employer to increase performance and overall satisfaction for both.
See, I think this is important because we have had other payroll processing companies, and they're excellent, but they've not add that functionality. And I think what's interesting, you keep adding great things, which, as in the last quarter, you talked about the total addressable market is growing for your business. Tell us about that, because I don't think it's growing for some of the other processors.
Yeah, and so, you know, you've always had the payroll growth in total addressable market. I think it was growing about 3%. But what's really been growing are the other HCM areas of talent management, talent acquisition, expense management, benefit administration, and learning management. And actually, Paycom has all of those within our system. And so as we've continued to expand our value proposition for the client, we've picked up those other areas of TAM.
How about legalization of pot? How about Me Too? Are you focused on those too?
Well, I mean, from the legalization of pot, I think, you know, that would be more of how does it impact our own employee base and the employee base of our clients. Maybe you would have some background check that you used to do that maybe you don't do as much of right now. I don't know specifically how someone would use us to impact that, but we have to be mindful of the appropriate compliance and regulation.
Right, because it's just something I'm curious about. I mean, we talk a lot about cannabis on the show, and I keep thinking state by state, but I would like to, if I ran a business, I don't want stoners. I need to know what the process is that I could weed them out without getting in trouble with the law.
Well, I think you have to follow the law.
Right.
And so, you know, and that's what Paycom helps someone does. As you might know, there's different laws in different states for that. And, you know, at the federal level, you're still dealing with that. So I don't know that we have a strong value proposition for specifically vetting out that particular issue, but we are very focused on the employee and that relationship they have with our clients.
Okay, we talk a lot about the inversion of the yield curve on our network, and with the implication that it's got to be bad for hiring. You have your pulse on hiring. To me, the issue in this country is still there are not enough workers. Somehow, the media has made it so that that we're about to be on death's door. What's your impression from your vast panoply of clients where we are in the economy?
Yeah, I think the economy's been strong. I don't know that we're a great proxy for what's going on everywhere else. We are in growth mode.
Right. But you have that great medium size. That's the core of our growth in this country.
It is. We aren't really seeing a deterioration of growth in that area, but, we're waiting to see what happens. But, we've been through different cycles. I mean, we've been in business since 21 years. And so we went through the 2001 recession. We went through the setup in 2004 for the 2008 recession. Right. And as a growth company, it doesn't impact us as much as it might if we were more at a steady state.
And last question, how did revenue growth accelerate slightly? 31.5% versus 29.9%. Usually companies that get your size, we don't see accelerating revenue growth.
Yeah, we're having a lot of clients actually come to us, and especially we're getting a lot of referrals from employees, rank and file employees who are working at one company. They go to another company. They're used to the Paycom experience. It's very difficult for all of us to go backwards in technology, and so oftentimes we get brought in. And so we're having more logo ads. We continue to add more clients at the top end of our range, and we've had an increase in our retention. For the first time, we've moved from 91%, which has always been strong, into 92% last year. And so all of that's really adding to our growth opportunities. Well,
you have a fabulous story and a fabulous company, and thank you for coming here and explaining it. I think a lot of our people are very interested in software as a service, to human capital management, and to payroll processing because they're all involved. Everybody works and watching the show. All right, that's Chad Richison. He's Paycom founder and CEO with some amazing performance. And now you know why. Mad Money's back after the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @JimCramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Kramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.